What's good, everybody? It's your gearhead, Mr. Logic, yo. You already know what time it is. Make sure if it's your first time, you hit that like and subscribe button. Allow me to introduce my lovely co-host.
Hey guys, it's your girl Nate. Yellow. Hello.
Hello there. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
And you already know, yo. We about to get things cracking. So as you know, this is one thing for show, two things for certain. Let's follow tradition, yo. I am exhausted. I had a crazy week. How about you?
You look tired. When are you finally gonna get Mondays off?
Probably in another month.
Okay. That's good to hear. You just gotta, suck it up for another month.
Yeah.
Because you look tired. I really, really hope you're now realizing that it's important to give yourself enough time to relax and, just take it easy. Because I know you're the type to work hard and play never.
I play hard, Joe. What you mean? People just don't like the things I do. Like what y'all call fun, I don't. What I call fun could be, dangerous.
What do you call fun?
Driving fast as shit on top of a roof and have my arms open and feel like I'm a bird.
Okay. I was thinking.
I like motorcycling.
Okay.
I like getting lost. Like just driving to no destination, or we're getting down and just walking around. I used to basically that's how I figured out most of Miami when I was younger. I would jump on the train and I just go anywhere. It was fun.
A normal person would say like pottery.
Pottery?
Oh, walk in the park.
Who the hell would say pottery? Hey, my name is Jason, and for fun, I do pottery.
Dude, free plates.
Free plate. I'm not doing ceramics. Like fun to me, is basically making the night memorable, yo. You don't have to even go all crazy. Like, how some people go to the clubs and they want to cop bottles. Oh my God. Like, nah, yo. I want to basically just be involved in shit, Just chill, tranquilo, and see what it turns into. I don't really I'm a boring old man, but I'm not boring. I'm just different, I guess. What do you do for fun?
That's a toughie because sometimes self-care is kind of fun for me, Except yesterday, okay, I was trying to do my nails yesterday. Just a simple nude set. And oh my God, I have these two colors that it's the same color, but I'm like, which one is my regular polish and which one is my gel polish? Because they're two completely different things.
One's gel and one's regular.
And I used the regular and I put the gel top coat and I put it under the light.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it out and I'm like, this looks like shit. This is not the right one. And I started with my left hand and it took me forever. Actually, my right hand, I was doing it with my left hand is what I mean to say. And I'm like, wow, now I have to start over.
I mean.
And what should have taken me 40 minutes took me 2 hours to do.
So pampering yourself is what you would call fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't knock that. Well, I don't even like shopping because if I go shopping, I know what I want and I want in and out. Some people how they have to go down every aisle, they have to go through every store. I don't like that.
If I saved enough money and it's my day off, I'm gonna walk every aisle and I'm gonna see what's calling to me and be like, what do I want?
You ever heard of fuck around and find out? I'm not willing to do that, yo. That's like going to Costco. Okay, I'm just gonna get some water, some laundry detergent, $600 later.
You're gonna pass by with the hot dog combo?
Yeah, that's a must.
That's a must.
With the pizza. So, funny fact, you get the what do you call it? The hot dog, the pizza, and what's the Hot Pocket one called?
The Hot Pocket.
The bake, chicken bake.
I guess. Right? I don't have a Costco membership, unfortunately.
So you get the chicken bake. You put a hole in it. You slide the hot dog in there.
That's what she
then
said.
I'm tired because I'm laughing. Hey, you take a pizza and you wrap it up and you just make one big thing. It's like when you go to Chick-fil-A, you get the nuggies. One big meal. Don't be putting words in my mouth. Listen, it's too late for that. But how was your week?
Let's see. My class started last week.
Woohoo!
And I am just about finished with fucking college. Let me tell you. Bro, okay, let me tell you, yesterday I had to go to Brandsmart because I had to buy a calculator. That was like the cheapest place I could have gotten the calculator.
Don't you have a calculator on your phone?
No, for class they don't let us use our phones for calculators because we might cheat. So we need like a handheld calculator for exams.
But they got calculators that you could text and write on. So how does that work?
I mean, the professor told us get this calculator.
Or he gave you a particular.
They gave us like options, and we have to like use those. Because for exams, like at least for this class, our exams are in class, and a lot of professors don't allow us to use our phones because it's only one professor, and like there are almost 30 of us.
I mean, shit.
So
I would just get an expensive calculator that you can write on. But if he's giving you, well, that wouldn't work because he's giving you a range of what type of calculators you could use.
Yeah. So I searched up on Google and I'm like, wow, BrandsMart has it for pretty cheap compared to like Amazon or another place. So I went to BrandsMart. I'm at the checkout line and this girl, she could have been like more than maybe 18, 20. And she asked me, she's like, oh, you know, oh, it's like for class or whatever. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, what grade are you in? And I'm like,
you should take that as a compliment.
Great.
You should take that as a compliment.
I told her, I'm like, it's for college financial management. And she like, her eyes, she was like, girl, I thought you were in 11th grade. And I'm like,
yeah, my black ass would have been like, is it for your students? Bitch. No, man, nah.
Oh my God. I laughed and I'm like, you know, this is the first time.
I mean, that's a compliment though. I mean, you could pass as a high school student.
Yes. I don't know. It's kind of a weird compliment.
Is it?
Yeah.
At least you get them.
I mean, it's nice.
It's like getting ID.
You know, if I'm older, I'm gonna look younger. But it's just kind of weird. It's a nice weird compliment because I'm 25.
Maybe she was like, oh, you could be friends.
I'm not 18.
I mean, you're a quarter of a century. Technically.
Sure.
No, but technically you already lived half your life. Because if the mortality rate is to 70 and under, right? Like we'll say 65 because of the stress and everything. 25 is half your life.
No, wait, because half of 25 is 50 though.
Yeah, I know.
So like half of 70 would be like.
Because the mortality 25. Rate is not to 100, quarter of a century.
Right, but you said 70.
Yeah, so you're technically already living half your life.
Technically, you're living half your life.
I'm on my way out. I'm literally on my way out. Listen, not to seem morbid or dark, I don't like it here. And because I don't like it here, I honestly look forward to living in paradise. But till then, I'm just going to grind and do what I got to do. And if that upsets you or makes you think I'm...
You know, that doesn't really bum me out because...
Think about it.
The way that you talk about it just seems like something to be excited for.
Oh, yeah. You get to see your friends again, your loved ones. Listen, I'm ready. I love life. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I'm ready. Like SpongeBob, I'm ready.
Have you ever seen the show, The 100?
What was that?
That wasn't mine.
That wasn't mine. Who up in here? Uh-huh.
It was our only audience members device.
Uh-huh. Your hubby over here making noise. Don't try.
Have you ever seen the show, The 100?
I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is that, like Seventh Heaven type shit?
Wait. Hey, Devon. Hello.
What's up, boy?
So it's a show. It basically takes place in the future after a post-apocalyptic world. A large group of people got into like the space shuttle and was orbiting Earth for like, I want to say like 100 plus years.
Okay.
Or like 300 plus years. And they're trying to wait until the radiation on Earth dies down enough to be survivable. And while they're up there, they have this group of juveniles that were sent to jail, you know, and they're like, as their punishment, they should be sent down to Earth and see if it's livable. And it is. Nothing happens to them because they themselves got exposed to the radiation when they were in space. So I guess they were kind of immune to it. Okay. And then they find other groups of people living on Earth. And they're like, whoa. And like the entirety of like the 4 or 5 seasons is just, you know, Civil War, like just like basic, like them bickering, arguing, little wars here and there. But at the very end, this show literally, I stopped watching after like season 4 or 5 because it was like Game of Thrones, like the ending.
Nah, I ain't watching
like,
that shit.
The ending was just like, what? Kind of, or at least that's what I hear people say. Like the last episode, the entire Earth civilization was like, I guess in a way, sent to heaven is the best way that I can.
You don't say wiped out.
No.
What is it, like the rapture or something?
It was like, imagine if it was a simulation. Like the creator, they didn't call it God. They called like, I forgot what they called it. I stopped watching it, but I saw a clip of like the final episode, and like these creators were like, okay, you guys can transcend into your final form now. But a group of people, one person in particular, one of the main characters couldn't transcend because she failed the test. You know, these creators were testing these humans to see if they were eligible to transcend their consciousness into like another world or dimension or whatever. And so this one girl, she couldn't transcend because she failed the test, but everyone else passed. And so her group of friends were like, no, we won't transcend with you. We're going to be with you.
They're freaking idiots.
And so they gave up transcending their souls and their consciousness to be back like on I don't know if it was Earth, but it was like
the wasteland.
A nice. I mean, it wasn't a wasteland at this point. It was just regular foresty nature, and it was a large group of friends. And basically, the creator tells the main character, "Hey, you can't like after you die, like you're mortal, and you can't procreate. So none of them.
So they're sterile.
They're sterile. They can't procreate. So literally, after they live their full lives and they die, that's it. They can't. They're not able to move on with the human race.
I'm gonna say it like this.
And then they can't transcend afterwards.
I don't want to survive an apocalypse. I don't want to survive World War. I don't want to survive none of that. You know how some people want to be like a warrior and a ninja or no. I want to die.
After watching that show, bro.
I want to die in the tidal wave, the tsunami. I don't want to be one of the outcasts who has to rebuild society. If there's no AC, okay, I don't want it. If there's no toilets, I don't want it. Fresh water? No. Can you imagine waking up every day like The Walking Dead? No, I'm not doing that.
Ever since I saw that Ending of the World movie that they came out on Netflix, like every day I've been thinking about like, oh my God, my favorite conditioner.
Oh,
like,
the one with Julia Roberts?
Yeah. Or like, wow, I can't believe I can't eat, these chips. Or I know it's very materialistic and like we're spoiled as humans, but
there's nothing wrong with being spoiled in that sense. Give me the bacon. Give me the processed meat, the Slim Jims. You know what I mean? The bag of chips. I'm not trying to grow basil, all right, and tomatoes and worry about my harvest coming in because I'm going to be upset as hell. Like, nah, it's not even the work that messes me up. I have to share. It's going to be like kill or be killed. Nah, society's falling. Nah, I'm good. I'll pass off with everyone else.
Anyways, how was your day, your week?
Oh, today's my mom's birthday. She turned 70. Happy birthday, Mama. Well, Mommy, I love you. It's been crazy, man. Honestly, I'm exhausted, but it's a good exhausted. You know, a lot of things have basically already started to unfold into the new year. And I think I have really already told myself, this year, and I say this to you guys, it is going to stretch you. It is going to kick your ass. It's going to honestly challenge you. So you either make the best of it or you let it consume you. I think that's where we're heading off because everyone's so driven. But in the beginning, and we're into the second week of January, and I already see people wanting to throw in the towel. And it's like, nah, man, like you can't throw in the towel. But with that being said, I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good place. I got my goals set up. I'm obtaining them. Want to shout out to our views.
Yes.
We hit 2K on one of our videos. Yo, thank you for the love, yo. Like real shit. Thank you for the love in that sense, yo.
We try. We're not influencers. We're trying. I guess a good term would be like content creators.
Not even. I consider us realists. We just tell us who we are and we live our lives. And if you fuck with us, you fuck with us. You know,
we don't.
There's no gimmicks.
We're just people. And, this was Jason's dream to start up his podcast, and me and Louis, hitched along for the ride. And after some time of us spending time together and having meetings, we realized that we share a lot of the same values. And, we like doing this podcast for you guys. Like, we don't care that we have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and,
it would be nice. However, it's for the little guys.
Yeah.
It's for the
I
ones.
like where we are now.
We're the representatives for the average Joe, yo. We don't care about celebrities. We talk about our life situation as you guys see, and we want to see y'all grows too, yo. It's like a community.
Yeah.
I really want us to be in a better place, not just here, but everyone in general. I want to see people being able to accomplish their dreams. And it's funny that you say that, not to go on a tangent. There's a gentleman named Walt. He's part of Power Partners from Boas Studios. And man is 62, still fighting to build his dream. And
Wow.
it's very influential in the sense of the hardest part of going after your dreams is getting started. Once you get started, that's it, and you keep it going. And I think everybody else tries to find those avenues of how to get started. Just start. And I'm 100%. The pieces come together eventually. You just got to have persistence, because the difference between the ones who end up being successful and the ones who don't is the consistency that the people put in. No matter how tired I am, how tired she is, or Lewis, we come here because we want to be here. And I think that's the beautiful part, It's something that I love, and I'm happy that you guys are helping me build this. And it's truly immenseful in the sense of, like, if you want to go fast in life, you go by yourself. You want to go far, you go with people. And
Wow.
I consider this a whole unit. And with this being a whole unit, this is for us. It's almost like FUBU. For us, by us. Fuck you.
Right.
The 9-to-5s are real.
So what would you have to say, to the viewers and to anyone who might be watching, or, to people who even aren't watching, like, what would you say to people who are currently struggling, whether it be in school, in their work life, personal life?
Struggle is like teething. It's going to be painful, but it's necessary for you to go into the next step, because imagine, like, a newborn teething, they can't potentially get big and stronger if they don't go through teething and get teeth so they can eat solid food. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like what we call growing pains. Pain is a beautiful thing when you learn to embrace it. It's also very uncomfortable for most of the times, but that's your perception that you have to honestly alternate and control. Either half full, half empty. So what I would say to you guys, man, if you're struggling with school, first things first, or job, or financially, mentally, relationship wise, don't think you're alienated and don't think you're by yourself. You're truly not by yourself. You have to be willing to extend the olive branch and receive the olive branch. Because if it was based on self and we're really meant to be alone, we wouldn't have the greatness that we have now. And I'm not just talking about the show or your partnership or your friends. We're just talking as society as a whole. We have come a long way. And I think sometimes as we get older, where it fucks us up in the head is because we know what we want out of life, we put that wall so tall that sometimes our expectations can sometimes seem unmanageable or unachievable. And the truth is, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So with that being said, Joe, I say keep pushing through. As long as you're not asking yourself, what if? You're already winning at life. It's when you're asking yourself, what if, that you're failing. And that's just my personal opinion, because if you can go to bed asking yourself, what if, that means you didn't do what you wanted to. That means you didn't push yourself far enough. You still have that question, well, what if I would have done this? What if I would have talked to this person? That what if is cancer when it comes to obtaining your dreams. You have to give it all or nothing. You got one shot at this, one life. There is no redos. There is no going back into, your mama's belly. Okay, let me start over. No, we're here. And you also have to understand the things that took place were meant to happen because you're stronger than you were before. Whether you think so or not, you are stronger than you were before. Every day you get stronger. It's how you process it that determines where you're going to be. So I would say, keep your head up and keep grinding, It's all love over here. You're not alone. That's the one thing I would say, though. When you're going through all your problems, when you really feel like life is picking on you, understand, if you weren't getting challenged, would you be the person you are today?
That's true.
Just saying. Not trying to be all, woohoo. But with that being said, I hear that you got some topics for us.
Yes. Okay. So
break us in.
Okay, the first topic, I we're gonna do an Am I the Asshole the next topic, but for now I'm gonna read off. It's very short, but it relates to the topic of men have a type, and
that they do.
Does this type that men like, does it really matter? Like, I know that there's a lot of women out there that are in relationships, you know, with their man, and they come to find out that their man is an ass guy or a boob guy, and they're like, wow, I don't have my boobs aren't that big or my butt's not that big, but he's still with me, and you know, in our minds, you know, we're in relationships.
You guys like think you're settling?
Like, it feels, it's like we're a little sad because it's like if I find out that my man, you know, let's say he's a boobs guy, like I'm talking about, he loves like big boobs, and that made me feel a little sad inside because I'd be like, oh my god, like, you know, like, because it's a thing that women think about men. Do men really care about this stuff? Does he see less of me? Does he thinking about other boobs in his mind? You know, because we know that men like being physical. You know, that's not a secret.
That's part of our love language, yeah.
And if their partner has what they like.
Okay. So when it comes to that, right, I think I speak for most men in the sense of you're never going to get 100% of what you like. That's impossible. You'll have the 80 versus the 20. Me, personally, I like a shorty with a fat ass. I don't care for titties. Titties, to me, are an accessory.
Right.
What's mandatory is ass. Now, that don't mean I won't get with a shorty who got some mosquito bites. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, listen, it comes down, and I think a lot of men understand this, is like, yo, if it's good enough, I'm happy.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
So let me quickly read off of this because this girl was kind of having the same mindset that like I would have if I was in her situation. So
this is Am I the Asshole?
No, it's not. It's just a short story time relating to the topic. Okay. So it says, my boyfriend, male 20, likes big boobs, and I, female 20, am a door. Flat as a board. Upon a conversation I was having with my boyfriend, the topic of ass or boobs came up. And you guys know where this is going. He's a boob guy. He reluctantly said so, which is very obvious why, since I don't have assets. I can't help but wonder why he chose to be with me, though. Let me specify that he's been the one that approached me first and kept fighting for me. Mm-hmm. Realistically speaking, do I even fulfill his needs and likes since I literally have zero boobs? I wish I had bigger chest, but it is what it is. It's been making me sad for a while now, but I never cared much about my chest in general. Personally, I'd want my partner to be a bit of my type. But am I really his? What do y'all think?
Okay. First things first, you're stupid. And the reason I say you're stupid is if the man didn't want to be with you, he wouldn't have. I think the problem is, especially when it comes to women, y'all are so quick to compare yourselves to another woman, and it's in your nature. It is in your nature, and we understand that because men aren't attracted to beauty. You're attracted to what we're able to produce, right? So if a man is into titties and you're flat as a board and you continue to be with this person, understand a man has what he likes. Like I like motorcycles, right? There's some bikes I'm never going to fucking get. And I'm okay with that because as long as what I have cares about me, I respect that and I cherish that. That's where it's called being compassionate and appreciative of what you do have. Because at the end of the day, yeah, okay, you're not the creme de la creme of what I want, but you're good enough for me. You're made for me. Anything on the outside should not matter because guess what? It's all fucking bullshit. It's not going to last forever. And I think as real men, now I'm not talking about these red pill bullshit, daddy, mommy issue type individuals. It's just if a man chooses you, he chooses you. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it this way. Women, when it comes to them selecting a man, they want the creme of the creme de la creme as well. But at the same time, a woman is always never satisfied. That is the significant difference between men and women. We hear it in the songs, we hear it in the story. Like the joke, right? Man goes to God and he's like, yo, I got a couple stairs. Each floor is going to be a different type of woman, right? Better than the last. First man goes, okay, goes up the stairs. The first floor is a woman. She's not the most prettiest, but she'll love you, treat you right, and have your back. Guy's like, yo, I'm good. You don't care what's on the other? No. She has my back. I'm good. Now, woman goes up to God and she goes through the same thing. First floor is a man who's not the prettiest, not the most attractive, but he has your back. He cares. She's like, what's upstairs on the second floor? Goes to the second floor. Now, it's the same thing as the first. The only difference is now this guy makes good money. Are you satisfied?
So not that pretty, but has your back. Has
money.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, wow. For third floor, okay, now has money, but is attractive. Oh, wow. First floor. Same thing as the third, but wants children. Oh, wow. Fifth floor. Oh, wants children, but now is a fucking mongrel who would basically make sure you never have to work a day of your life.
So has everything.
Has everything you could ever wanted.
Oh, handsome, attractive, makes money.
Kids, makes money.
Got your back.
Supportive.
Okay.
She goes up another floor, and it comes down to, well, now you're by yourself. There's another passage that goes, God gave women eyebrows. They cut and reshape them. God gave women eyes. They changed the color and gave them breasts. They cut, resize it. Gave them ass, cut, resize them. So as a man, if God himself cannot satisfy a woman, why would you lose yourself in the process trying to satisfy a woman if God can't? This is where we are. And I know that might seem like I'm targeting, but it's the truth. Because a lot of times shorties will say, oh, well, I do this because you do it for yourself. And I think if more women understood they're in a league of their own and their only competition is themselves, the dynamic of how society is would be different because that's how we think as men. We don't care about another guy looking better than us. What we care about is what that person's able to produce. So with her being insecure about the fact that she doesn't have breasts, he chose you. Honor that. Appreciate that. Because out of all the women in the world, he chose to be with you. But you're so lost in the sauce, worrying about everything else on the outside, you're not even appreciating what the fuck you got. And it's not always women who do that. There's a lot of guys who do that nowadays. If you don't appreciate what you have, you're never going to appreciate where you're going to go. You're never going to appreciate anything that good comes to you because you're always going to be stuck comparing. You're robbing yourself of your happiness when you choose to compare shit. You can't give a fuck. You can't care. Why would you care? You're winning at life. You got somebody who has your back, but you're looking at it in the sense, well, that's what he's attracted to. Okay, shit. There's a lot of shit I want to do, but if I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with you. You're never going to have 100% of what you want. And I think we have to learn to accept that as people.
Right. I think a lot of men have to definitely realize that, because I know that there's some guys out there that don't share the same mentality as you. They have a girlfriend. Let's say he's an ass guy, but she doesn't have a big ass, and and it's not like he's constantly reminding her, but every so often when they're out in public, maybe he catches a peek at a girl passing by that has a big ass, and let's say her girl notices. It's those types of situations. No, I know. I just mean you can't. Everybody and everyone's relationship is different. Some people it's normal. Oh, just a quick peek. Others is staring disrespectfully, and the girlfriend is feeling insecure, and it really depends. But Lewis, ask guy. Which?
Listen, I won't say it like this. I like titties. I think they're great. Fun though. They're fun bags. When I sleep, I like to, put one hand in, I fall asleep, and it is what it is. But when I like an ass because it's my preference. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I wouldn't be with a El Flaquita. That doesn't mean that. It's just I know what I like, but I'm also mature enough to appreciate what I got.
Period.
And I think if people could understand that, a lot of their problems will go away. Because whether we like to admit it or not, we are in a relationship. You're supposed to be their biggest supporter, their biggest fan. But the problem is you treat her like a superstar, she treats you like a fan. Man, we just operate on a different frequency. And I think that's where you ever seen that video or that picture where it's like, oh, I bet like they're in the bed and the husband's facing one side and she's facing the other. And it's like, I bet he's thinking about other girls in the little bubble. And then the guy is like, I wonder how long it takes a giraffe to throw up with a long neck. Like, that's how we think.
Yo, do you actually know the answer?
I don't.
Damn.
You would think I did, but I was tempted to check. But it's really like in her case,
wow.
This is where you have to have self-love too.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of shorties out here don't have self-love because, in my opinion, in my theory, because women go after the same caliber of men, they're so stuck on seeing what that one guy wants that they're willing to alter their reality, the way they look, to compensate somebody who wouldn't even want the real them. So what do you think he's going to do with the fake you? Be confident in who you are. Being confident with the body that you were given. That is a gift. It is a piece of machine that you could do whatever you want with it. You could turn it into something great, or you could let it basically take you out. And when I say take you out, it's like, yo, women, it's like the whole thing. Oh, big but beautiful. Okay, that's your right. I may not agree with you, but that's still a form of self-love. It's like the question when we ask you, oh, if you rate yourself 1 through 10, what do you give yourself? The reason why a lot of shorties give themselves a 10 is because how they perceive themselves. But they're in denial to the sense of you're calling yourself a 10, rating yourself, but you don't even believe that by the methods and choices you make when it comes to showing your beauty. Like, that's what's crazy, you know?
Feel you?
And you, again, I'm never going to be the man of your dreams. I'll say that to any shorty I come across. But I will be the man you need. The man that you need. I'm never.
That's a realistic conversation.
But the thing is, because of social media, because of all this contamination, everything coming in, that comparison is the cancer from what you have in your system, because you can't appreciate when you're comparing everything. And it's really unfortunate, man. So with her, I would say, listen, okay, you got little skinny, mosquito bite titties. That's fine. But you got somebody who wants to fuck with you for you. And when you learn to appreciate that, nothing else matters, bro. Nothing else matters. I promise you. That's why you got to find yourself a real one. What do you think?
Honestly, I like your mentality. It's very, like how you had mentioned, it's mature. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't share the same way of thinking.
No.
And a lot of people have, unfortunately, gone through situations with their partners where they feel less than because of that, because of the preference.
But you, as a partner, you're supposed to be the cheerleader. And I'm not just talking on the female side. Like, as a man, you have to cheer your girl on, yo. Like, yo, you know me, like, when I was in a relationship, I didn't give a fuck. Why? Because that's not mine. You're mine. So it's like, yo, I'll tell you, yo, you're beautiful. Or, you know what? I wish women, honest to God, I wish women, when they're in a relationship, they could truly see how their partner looks at them. Because, again, as men, we're quick to love unconditionally. I'm not talking about these fuck boys. But if you have somebody who could love you unconditionally, we understand none of that's going to last. You're going to get stretch marks. You're going to have kids. Your body's going to change. But the soul is what we fall in love with. The soul is what keeps us grounded. This is just flesh. You get wrinkles. Your hair turns colors. You get grays. But that's a beautiful part of life, too, because it shows that it's real. You know what I'm saying? And that's what everybody, at least for the most part, wants, something that's real. But the only way to honestly achieve that is to be real with yourself and acknowledge what you got from both sides. Just saying.
So, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Get some therapy. No, it's real shit. Get some therapy.
Yo, I second that.
Get some therapy. Because if you think you're ugly, if you think you're pretty, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Straight up,
ugly
you're right.
I'm proud.
Shit, that's why I say I ain't. Listen, I'm not the cutest nigga, but I put in work, and the work I put is sustainable.
You should tattoo that on you. You say that quite often.
Yeah, because it's the truth. I'm not gonna be the top choice and the most beautiful man or the most successful man, but I understand I'm in the league of my own, and because I put in the work for the things I want, I'm good with that.
Period.
Straight up.
All right. Let's get into the second topic. Now, I think you're going to like this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Demon. Tell me.
So, am I the asshole for not inviting my trans friend to boys' night?
Oh my Lord. Oh, I'm about to go up. Please tell me the story. Please tell me more. Tell me more.
So, I, 23 male, have a big group of friends that have been together since primary school, and we've stuck by each other all throughout school and even during college. And we get 2-3 times a week to go to a pub, play video games, or even go on hikes.
Okay.
And for reference, it's 4, so they don't use a real name, so they just use the initials. So J, 23 male, K, 23 male, H, 22 male, and N, 22 male, roughly the same age.
They're all biologically men.
Yes.
Okay.
So, one of my friends, Angie, not her real name for obvious reasons, transitioned from male to female over last year. And before that, pre-transition, my boys and I would occasionally invite her to boys' night. But after she became who she was always meant to be, the way she always should have been, the boys and I decided that we no longer felt comfortable with her attending our boys' night, as we felt it necessary that we have a boys-only space. Angie wasn't even really a part of the group pre-transition. She was just at school with us, so we occasionally invited her. We also figured this would give her gender euphoria, and inviting her to a boys' event might cause dysphoria. And we all stand by our decision. But anyway, Angie would see our stories of us hanging out, and once came up to me as I was getting takeout from my boyfriend and myself, and asked why she wasn't being invited to boys' night anymore. And I said, because you're not a boy. We're just trying to support you. She got upset and left the restaurant. Later, her sister, who always went to school with us, texted and called saying, cold asshole. And perhaps I was, but I'm conflicted. I thought we were doing the right thing.
You want to take this? I'll let you go first because I'm about to open up a can of worms.
Okay, so overall,
do you think they're the asshole?
I don't think they're assholes.
Okay. Why?
Okay, so I understand their intention, and their intentions were good. They didn't mean to alienate her. I know for men love having, their guys' night, their boys' night, just us guys, without the girls. I get it. You see it a lot. And, sometimes a lot of people will like clash or not understand, why? We just hang out as a group and this and that. I get it. You just want to be around a group of individuals that share the same values. On this occasion, it's just men only. And so I see their good intentions by not inviting her because, now she's fully transitioned to a female. So it's like, oh, you're not a guy, And if it was a biological female, they would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think in her case, she just felt bad, taking away like the fact that she's trans and just seeing it purely as she goes on Instagram and she sees a post from her friends that they're hanging out and that she didn't get an invite. And even though it says guys' night, boys only, probably in her head, she's probably thinking, like maybe she just wanted to hang out with her friends, I don't know, obviously, what it's like to be trans. I've never met a trans person in real life. I don't have that type of experience or knowledge. If you add the trans part into it, I see that they had good intentions behind it.
Well,
who knows? Maybe she felt bad only because she felt ostracized. Maybe she was like, man, I want to hang out with my friends. I want to have a good time. Maybe it was just that. But because you add this whole trans part into it, that makes it a more slippery slope.
I don't even think that's the problem. So, if I may, right?
Mm-hmm.
You weren't part of that group to begin with.
Oh, that too.
That's one. Okay. Two, when you make decisions in life, you make your bed, you lay in it. If you want to be portrayed as a woman, then you have to be willing to inherit all the things women go through. And this is where it becomes turmoil. You can't have things your way because you want to be in your feelings. That's one. Okay.
Ooh, and that goes for anyone.
That's anyone. Number one, you're transitioning, you want to be identified as a woman. Well, here's the harsh reality. Women do their thing, men do their thing. Own that shit. Because if you're going to be feeling some type of way, then you're not really being true to yourself and what you're basically choosing to do with yourself. You're in a league of your own, bro. And again, if they don't want to fuck with you, they don't have to. And I think this is what makes the transgender community so irritable, in the sense of you want things your way to validate your feelings about shit. The world does not work that way. Life does not work that way. Be happy that they were considerate to give you the space out of respect to treat you as if you're a woman.
Yeah.
And instead of you appreciating that, your entitlement makes you feel like you deserve to be able to chill with them regardless of the fact. But that tells me you only want the pros and cons when it's in your favor. That's literally what you're saying. Because you can't sit here and say, oh, well, I want to identify as a woman, but I'm catching feelings because they're not inviting me to hang out. The fuck is wrong with you? That's the life you chose, bro. Ain't nobody got nothing against you. Ain't nobody. Yo, what's goody, dog?
Hello.
Did you get that gift card, homie? Let us know. That's one of our winners in the chat. So, yeah. Audio's fuzzy, my G. Oh, shit. We're sorry. Wow.
Damn.
So I've been probably talking like womp 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 womp. But check your email, G. Check your email.
It is fuzzy. We'll fix it.
Yeah, you gotta fix it, Mr. Engineer.
LOL.
Now they're fixing it on the 1 and 2s, but like back to the topic.
What's that Roadcaster? Did I put a Black Magic?
Black Magic.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. We're testing.
That's probably the how hitting. Apparently, I don't know how to talk. What?
Yeah. We're fixing it for you guys.
Mic and speaker?
No, speaker's Roadcaster.
Oh, okay. Speaker, Roadcaster, mic, Black Magic. Unbelievable. Was this the entire time?
I guess so.
Okay. A
Headphone
little
job,
distorted. Okay, let us know. Let us know now. Is it good?
All right, gangster.
Yep. It's good.
But
Woo! I did it.
Like back to topic at hand, right?
Yeah.
You have, because again, I have actually had the opportunity to meet transgender and people who have transitioning.
Oh,
and,
wait. Just a quick little, because of our RDO and people who are coming in, we were telling an Am I the Asshole story of basically a group of guy friends that, didn't invite one of their friends that was a girl who was a boy who transitioned to a girl. Now that she's fully transitioned, they didn't invite her to guys' night because gender dysphoria, and they had good intentions, but now she's like freaking.
But you want to know what fucks up about that too?
Why?
Because this is just me shooting in the dark. Here's how I see this playing out in my head. Oh, they probably just didn't invite me because they find me attractive. Who knows? No, but this is what happens when people don't get their way. They'll find a bullshit excuse to justify their feelings. This is not just transgender. This is just society in general. You identify as a woman, but the fact that you're not willing to own that is just an insult to women, period, because they deal with that shit all the time. Why should you be exempt if this is what you're trying to be? You make your bed, you lay in it. You are truly the asshole because nobody owes you anything. If you, how you want to live your life, you have that right, but you can't cram that shit down someone else's throat, especially when you weren't part of the fucking group. Like I could understand you feeling some type of way if you're an original part of that group. You were given an extended olive branch to basically come and join from time to time, but you weren't a solidified member of that. You get what I'm saying? So whether you transgendered or not has nothing really to do with it. They're doing it as a form of respect. Now, if they were, when you were a man, they would have invited you once out the blue. Mm-hmm. You basically made a decision to alter yourself. They're doing it out of respect 9 out of 10 times. We don't know. We're just going to assume that they're doing it out of respect.
Yeah.
But you're a woman now. You're a woman. This is what you signed out for. Like own it, bro. And that's one thing I don't understand about this community, where it's like you cannot get mad for people not wanting to participate with you based on the choices you make. That's like saying, well, you got to be my friend. You don't want to be my friend because I'm black. That's your right. It could be fucked up, but you don't have to fuck with me because if you don't want to fuck with me because I'm black, you have every right to feel that way. And that's where I think we get lost, because this whole equality and fairness, that's not how life works, bro. It's never how life works, and it's never going to work that way. So instead of being in your feelings, own up to the decisions that you made in your life and the alterations that you done to your body, and embrace it. Be real. Don't be a little bitch and be like, oh, well, they didn't invite me now and I feel like it's fucked up. You weren't part of it in the beginning. You're looking for problems at that point. And if you look for problems, trust me, you're going to fucking find it.
You know what? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
he got the gift card.
Woo! Thank God. It just feels kind of weird when you're having a dispute or an argument, mm-hmm. like some beef with like your friends, and I don't know, like I think so somewhere in the story at the end they said that her sister had like reached out and like texted one of the guys in the group saying, oh, like you're an asshole, this and that.
That makes her more of an asshole, because fight your own battles. That's
what I was gonna say. I get having people support you and you go to people and you vent to them. Like if I'm having beef with Jason and I'm talking to Lewis about it, and I'm like, yo, Lewis, Jason's getting on my nerves. Like, can you believe that he said that to me? Oh my God. And then Lewis takes my side. He's like, oh my God, what a fucking asshole. And I don't know. It just feels weird. Lewis doesn't have beef with Jason, but goes up to Jason and says, oh my God, Jason, you're such a fucking asshole. I can't believe you said that.
It's called emotional support.
It's emotional support, and I'm all with it. But I don't know. It just feels kind of weird because like I can fight my own battles. I prefer to call you an asshole to your face. I don't know, because there have been, I've seen a lot of Am I the Asshole stories, and somewhere in the story, the person supports their friend or family member, and somehow makes the situation worse by confronting the other party and saying, oh, I can't believe you did this.
That's called being a coward, because you have a voice. Use it.
Right.
You're saying all these things about how you feel regarding the situation, but did you approach them? Did you tell them how you feel? Did you basically let it know, hey, you know, I feel this type of way? No, you didn't. People are not mind readers, bro. A baby that does not cry does not get fed. And that goes to such a strong degree. If it's the same thing to be in a relationship. The problem is when you bring other people on the outside, they're literally putting in the dark. They're going straight up off the strength of what they know about you and how you feel. And when you have a friend, of course, you know how many times our friends have told us something and we're like, yo, those people are assholes, but they forgot to mention the part where they were being the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's going in blind. And that's what ends up happening.
Because there's their side, the other side, and there's the truth.
Exactly.
So when you want to side with your friends because you love them, you support them, but when you go up to the third party and say, oh my God, you're such an asshole, without knowing their side first,
you
know, you are open to them saying, yo, mind your business. Do you even know my side? This and that. For me, I'm a little non-confrontational sometimes. I'd be a little bit.
No, but you could be like, yo, that's fucked up, but you don't go out your way to say anything if you're not willing to deal with the repercussions. If you're going to talk shit, you're going to have to back it up. Talk is cheap, very cheap. Everyone talks the talk, not everybody walks the walk. And I think because it's like, oh, you're doing this because she transitioned. Well, Wouldn't that be a form of respect, like you said? Ain't that what you wanted? Ain't that how you wanted to be treated? You wanted to basically convert to being a woman?
You know,
Well,
it's
here's
funny.
the reality you created for yourself.
It's funny because in the comments of the Reddit post, he had put an update edit saying, "Oh, don't like leave transphobic comments, this and that." And it's like, why would people think he's being like transphobic?
Well,
from the story, it sounded like he just wanted to be respectful towards her gender. I don't know.
I get that, but that's another thing.
Think?
You're wrong for that too, about being transphobic. This is a public space.
Right.
Once you put that out there, you open the floodgates. It's like the same thing we do here. We talk about everyday conversations. You could call me a bald-headed dickhead in the comments, and I'm going to have to eat that. That's how you feel. But I know who I am. I know what I'm about. It's irrelevant to me, but you're still entitled to your opinion. And just because I don't like your opinion doesn't mean you're against me. And that's one thing that makes shit so chaotic amongst this community, because it's like, oh, I don't agree with you. You're my enemy. No, I just have my own mind. I have my own thought process. I have my own customs in life, my own morals.
Isn't that
Respect
crazy?
that. But that's what it is.
You grow up and, you know, grade school and like primary school, for example, you are friends with your friends because let's say you agree and like almost all of the same stuff. And the one person in class that you hate, it's because they don't agree with you. They don't share your same mindset. Basically, you know, oh, I love the color purple. Oh, I hate purple. And all of a sudden we feel offended. And it's like,
no, you're entitled to your right.
We should train ourselves to be like, oh, wow, you hate purple? Interesting. Tell me more. Like, why? You know, it's not an attack on me. It's an attack on the color purple. But somehow, we
take it personal because we're tied in emotional. Remember, emotions is like liquor. It impairs your ability to think and operate rationally. Because it's like, yo, I have homegirls out there. I don't agree with your lifestyle. Oh, you don't know me. Like, I just said I don't agree. I didn't call you out. I didn't say you were a foul person. I didn't say you were a piece of shit. I just don't agree. That's my God-given right. It's like, okay, religion. Perfect prime example.
True.
Religion. If you want to basically hit me with the Bible, that's cool. But I got my own code that I follow. And that's not going to change me. And I think people have now gotten to the point where they use everything as a scapegoat to make themselves feel good and justified. And they take advantage of that time and time again. And it doesn't matter what community it comes at from, you know. I speak as a black man. People's like, oh, but they don't give a fuck. They don't have to. You don't have to give a fuck about what I went through as a black man. You don't have to give a fuck about my pain. That's my truth. I own my truth. And again, that's why I say it is a privilege for people to know who you are. But just as it is a privilege, you have to respect their mindset, because if you basically want people who are always supportive, that's the same as having yes people around you, like yes niggas around you. Those are the ones who get you jammed up. You want to be around people who challenge you, who make you think, who make you like, okay, I hear you, but why do you think this way? Educate me. I say it all the time. If you don't agree with what I'm saying sometimes on these shows, and you really want to basically get down to the gritty, educate me on why. Doesn't mean I'm going to agree with you, but you have your views, I have my views.
And you want to hear the other side.
Of course I want to hear the other side, because I know I'm not always going to be right. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to basically put a wall up, you defeat the purpose of being civilized. That is you being egotistical, childish, and closed-minded. Nobody has to accept your truth. It is your truth, not mine. I'm just a spectator. It's like when people talk about athletes, you know what I'm saying? What's that dude? Stephen A. Smith. He'll berate all these athletes, but here's why I laugh at it. The man don't play the sport. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't play football. He doesn't box, but he always has something to say. And as much as it irks me, I have to respect it, because he has a right to his opinion, but you don't have a right to carry out any actions beyond your opinion. That's when you're wrong. When you use your opinion and you try to carry out actions behind it, that's when I look at you sideways. That's when I look at you dangerously, because that means you're willing to basically cause havoc just because you're in your feelings. get the fuck out your feelings. Period. Just saying.
Wow.
Just saying.
Yeah. So final thoughts?
If it was a problem, it would have been a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You create problems. If you go looking for problems, you're gonna fucking find them. And you found one. My final thoughts.
Period. I agree. So before we move into the last topic of the night, we want to do the giveaway. Press the button, Lucas. Little, I don't know what button. Don't we have like claps or like a drum roll button?
There you go. There you go.
LOL. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it short and simple, just like last time. Whoever is in our chats, or watching our videos right now, go on our Instagram, which is the 1424 podcast. Let me just double check the handle so you guys are fully aware.
I already chose my winner.
It's not about choosing winners, Jason.
Yeah, I chose. You chose. Now it's Lewis's turn.
No, it's not. No. It's not about choosing. So our Instagram, 1424 podcast or 1424 Miami
1424 podcast.
Just like that on Instagram. The first one of you to DM us. It could be anything. It could be hello, how are you? Whatever. You can say anything. DM us. The first person I see the notification pop on my phone gets a $25 gift card.
The first person?
The first person.
I would make it the fourth person.
No, the first person.
The first person?
The next time we'll switch it up.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, we'll do more of these in the future,
Okay. You're going to disperse this one.
I don't have it. You have it.
I'll send it to you.
No,
they're digital gift cards, by the way.
No, send it directly to the person. It just makes it easier.
Fine, I'll do it. Oh, Jesus. Well, it seems like we have a winner.
No, we don't. We don't have a winner.
What?
Wait, I'm wrong. Hold up.
Devon.
It's loading.
Oh my God. Yo, these people move in like hotcakes.
Woo, Devon. Woo.
Yeah. Yo, Nate just kicked off her man. Yes, he disqualified her own man. Oh shit.
I don't want to play favorite. I forgot that you also have the
conflict of interest.
Oh my God. No, I don't want to, play favorites, He did that for shits and giggles.
All right, Devon, you got it.
Devon, you got the gift card, man.
All right. So
that was quick.
Shit, boy, they on the trigger.
They're like, money.
Yeah. Listen, everybody likes free shit. I like free shit. I just don't believe anything's free. I always think there's a string attached. There's always a string attached.
I mean, some things are free. I got a free
gift
card for my birthday.
No, you didn't. It was because of your birthday. So technically, it wasn't. That was the only reason.
Well, yeah, but it's still free. Girl math. I went to Sephora, and for $25, I got two things. Well, no, the second thing was more than $25. So technically, out of pocket, I only spent like $10. So, yeah.
Yeah, I chose Sephora because you like all that gizmo gadgety stuff.
I appreciate you giving me the gift card though, because then that gives me free reign to get what I want. But mind you, just so that you guys know, Jason asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say, this is what I like. No, I sent him links.
Yeah.
Just so I thought I was making it easier on him, and he said,
"Fuck this shit. You getting the gift card, bro?" Like, yo, I'm not about to go dive in deep. Like, nope. Gift card makes everything easy. No expiration. Have fun. Do you, boo boo? So on our next conversation, right? As you guys know, this whole thing with Cat Williams is going deeper and deeper, and it seems like he's been telling the truth. But it had me thinking. I think everyone in this room has been put in a situation where they had to make a choice on being quiet or speaking up. So my question to you, Nate, is give me two examples of a time that you decided to stay quiet to salvage what was going on. Why'd you do that? and another time when you chose to speak up, and what made you want to speak up?
Okay, great question. Let me think back in my memory bank. Ask me this question one more time while I'm thinking back.
I know you fucking know. So name a time that, you know, you were in a situation where the truth was going to basically tear things down, because truth is very powerful. Lies heal, truth hurts. But you decided to honestly speak up on the truth and why. And another time that you decided to just basically stay quiet and allow a lie to continue. Why? We all know, everyone in this room has been put in that situation.
I mean,
What changed?
I've been in that position before, but they're like minuscule things, you know, like
Don't matter.
you know, I think the easiest example is like when I'm a kid, you know, let's say I lie to my parents because, you know, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want them to scream at me. And then eventually I tell the truth because I take accountability. You know, that would be like the easiest example.
All right, let's dice it up.
Okay.
Put it to something that was serious, like if a time that you spoke on truth and it ended up destroying somebody. Why? What happened that made you feel like, yo, I have to speak this truth? I can't just stay quiet about this.
Actually, okay, so now that I think about it, there was a secret that was told to me about one of my friends, and well, it was somebody told me a secret, and it was in regards to one of my friend's partners, and I was like, no fucking way. I held on to this for a while because, you know, I didn't know if it was any of my business, but if I were the one to say something, then I was afraid that I'd pretty much ruin the relationship. It was one of those. And eventually I ended up telling my friend about this secret, and I don't think at that time, I don't think she was like with him. Everything kind of aligned perfectly, but I did wait a while and to tell my friend this secret.
So you were hesitant.
I was very hesitant because, I mean, what do? You know, you have a secret that can pretty much ruin your friend's relationship, and you want the best for them. You want them to know what they're in for.
True.
But this is something that they should find out on their own. Like, this is something that their partner should take accountability for and admit, be like, hey, like, this is happening because I don't know.
So I'm not proud of this. I'm still staying quiet amongst a lot of things, and a lot of people, like the same individuals, I'm not cool with them anymore. But I always leave it as, what fucks them up is I could destroy your life with the truth. But what made me stay quiet was the simple fact, because it just wouldn't affect them. It would be a domino effect that's greater than I'm willing to irritate. And I think that's what kind of sucks, because you don't want to, you literally will focus on one person, but there's certain situations that, you know, if you speak up, you're going to basically have casualties of people who are just a product of that environment. And unfortunately, if you speak on it, it's going to affect them harder than the person that you're putting out on blast. You know, and you question yourself, because it becomes something on a moral ground. Like, am I doing the right thing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I say 1,000 times, if I ever see someone cheating on my friend, it comes down to like, well, you have a choice now. Either it comes out my mouth or yours, but we're doing this right now. That's the type of mode I am, because I don't think it's right for anybody to be living a lie. Life is hard enough as it is. And I can't call myself a genuine person knowing the truth and not speaking on that truth is essentially tearing somebody down.
Right. I get you.
Some people are not comfortable hearing that. And there's been plenty of times, especially in the days of my youth, where I have spoke on truth and it has backfired because the person I told the truth to didn't want to accept that truth. And they turned me into the enemy, as if, oh, you're just saying this because you're jealous, or you're just saying this because you're not happy with who I have as a friend. And you get to a point, it's like, you know what? I washed my hands off that. But especially at the age of 37, I could tell you, yo, I try to live in truth every moment possible. And the reason why I try to live in every moment possible is just for the simple fact you got one shot at this life, yo. You know, a lot of times there's a saying, people will label you the bad guy in their story, but they won't tell the part that when you were still cool as friends. They won't, you know. And with that being said, the object of game in life is for look for peace. And sometimes staying quiet protects that peace. And it sounds selfish, but it is. You know, I sometimes choose to protect my sanity versus, you know, and my well-being versus in putting it out on display. A lot of cats have done wrong things in my life. You get what I'm saying? I know so much shit right now. And does it bother me? Yes. But I also know the light always comes out. The truth always comes out. What goes on the dark always comes to the light. And the worst feeling is when that shit happens, that person finds out and they found out you knew, they start looking at you like, what type of friend are you? You knew the whole time, you said nothing. Honestly, I was protecting my peace because I wasn't supposed to know anyways. It's like, okay, we all have skeletons in the closet. We all have shit. But as you get older, you let go of that. Right. And the reason why I talk about that is because as you see the Cat Williams situation going on, he's honestly at peace. You literally make choices in life. And when you choose to be quiet on certain subjects of matter, you literally put yourself in a bubble of chaos because you're protecting somebody who did something wrong that you had nothing to do about. But if you speak on it, you now involve yourself to a deeper space, and you have to be willing to inherit that problem. You truly cannot give a fuck. To be a good friend, in my opinion, you can't give a shit about how the person feels to a certain degree, because it's better out my mouth than the strangers. Mm-hmm. That's why, like, especially growing up, I'll tell a person when I fuck up, because at least if it comes out my mouth, it can't get misconstrued. But if it comes out someone else's mouth, that story can get flipped 1,000 times over before the message is actually let out.
That's true.
And
you know,
it's sad, man.
It's crazy because the day that I had told my friend the secret, like, hey, like, this is information that I know, you know, I felt like you should know this now. Mm-hmm. And I'll admit we were under the influence at the time. Shit. So that's never really always do it when you're sober, guys, because then she then proceeded to tell me a secret that, you know, it should have hurt me, but it happens a while back that I was like, it should hurt me, but honestly, it doesn't. And she only said it because I told her the secret. So I guess she wanted me to feel how she felt in that moment.
I think, well, you know what? I think it's different for women than it is men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched this comedy skit that they do on Facebook. It's Wayne, Country Wayne's skits and whatnot. And it's about like, yo, this man was cheating with another man's wife. Everybody knows, but ain't nobody speaking up on it. I can't do that. That's where I draw the line, because sometimes it's like watching an unfortunate event happen. If you see, okay, we all love animals, right? Imagine you see someone abusing a dog and you say nothing. In my opinion, you're worse than the person abusing the dog because you're condoning that behavior. I will always
say something.
You will always say something. Why? Because your morals is put into play, and you're not willing to risk that. But because we have emotions, sometimes that conflicts with the right thing to do.
Right. In terms of like when you know that, let's say your best friend's partner is cheating on them,
or has a shady past,
and your best friend doesn't know, that can be a lot of like slippery slopes, because there are some instances where people are delusional and they're like, I don't want to know this. I want, you know, basically admitting that, hey, I'm okay with my partner doing these things because our relationship is perfect right now. I'm good.
Or you're just jealous. That's why you're trying to inconvenience us right now.
And people get defensive. So different for so many people. That's why, like, when you seek advice and other people saying, hey, like, what do I do? Do I tell like my friend, or do I not? Do I keep it? You know, it's, you play by ear. It's like
Well,
really.
this is why I say I prefer to be judged than understood. Because when you're basically understood, that gives the opportunity of the person knowing who you really are. You know what I'm saying? And when people know who really are, if they're not sincere, they could take you out. They could fucking destroy your life. So to me, it's like, I'd rather you judge me because I already know my truth. You get what I'm saying? And I live my truth. So one example is, one homie I'm not cool with anymore. And a lot of people wanted, like, they made a lie about how I owed the money and a whole bunch of bullshit. And I chose not to speak on it because I knew if I speak on it, the person's not strong enough to deal with the repercussions. And this is where emotions kind of fuck you up because despite the person doing me wrong, I still have love for that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still hold truth to the oath that we took to protect each other and be there for each other, whether that person honored it or not. I'm a better man than you are.
Wow, Jason.
And the fact that I'm quiet and I'm quiet means you got to live with that. I don't.
You give that look, that look of,
yeah. Like I always tell people,
like, I could speak up right now, but I'm not. And then they're there like sweating.
Of course you're sweating. When people listen, I don't hold your secrets. I hold your fucking truth. And that's a dangerous thing to honestly hold because you don't necessarily, I'm not the type of person who wants to destroy anybody's life.
That's good though.
It's good, but it's a double-edged knife because I don't want to destroy your life, I rob myself of peace.
But the saying is good though. Saying, instead of saying I hold your secrets, it's I hold your truth.
Yeah.
Wow.
If I hold your truth, what can you honestly do? What can you honestly do? People, let me tell you something. There's a lot of cats out here. I hold their truth and they're shitting bricks. That's how you know they're wrong. Because if I could hold your truth and it bothers you, that I would leak that out, you're a fuck nigga. You're a fucked up person. You're a true piece of shit. Because if you weren't, it wouldn't matter. You get what I'm saying? And that's where we catch ourselves all the time, especially amongst, you have a lot of homegirls out there. I'm pretty sure you don't agree with what they do. Like we're going to Vegas next month. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I'm the type of person, if you cheat on your girl, you cheat on your wife, stay the fuck around from me. Don't put me in that situation because that's selfish. That is so selfish to take an innocent person and make them an accomplice. It's like getting in a car with a friend and he doesn't tell you, yo, I got fucking 3 pounds of weed and a kilo in the car in the back seat. You're tying me in. And then when we get jammed up, you want me not to say anything. What's fucked up about that, you chose that lifestyle and you put me in that knowing. So that means you're not sincere. That's why I try to speak truth all the time, because when I speak truth, I'm being raw and real with you, and you can never question me on that. You can't ever hold that against me.
I was put in a position where I was out with 2 girls. One was my homegirl at the time, and the other one was her homegirl. She wasn't my homegirl. That was her homegirl. And we went out to the club, and it was just us 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the other girl, she had a boyfriend. And we're at my friend's house. We're getting ready, putting our makeup on, doing our hair. And she's FaceTiming her boyfriend saying, oh, babe, you just got out of the gym. That's good. I'm here getting ready with the girls. And later in the night, I stayed sober. I was a designated driver, and they drank. And so we were at the club. And if it wasn't for me, I'm pretty sure they would have stayed there almost all night. And obviously I was tired. And I'm like, girl, you work in the morning, so we definitely got to go. And it was time to go. And this girl's like, oh my God, this is my song, One Last Dance, whatever. And we're leaving. And I didn't really see it because I was like doing my own thing. But she admits to, oh my God, that guy that I was dancing with back there was so cute. Oh, I'm so upset that I didn't get his Instagram. And in my head, I'm like, and it wasn't my place. And it wasn't my place because she's not my friend. So I was like, damn, doesn't she have a boyfriend? And she was like, oh my God, like, I kissed him goodbye and I wish this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, like.
No, I've been in the same situation. I remember back in the day, I had a shorty. She was a coworker. She introduced me to the nigga she's talking to. And I don't know what buddy was thinking. He's like, yo, look how many other bitches I got. Da, 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 da. I'm looking at this fool like, dude, I don't even know your last name. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
What?
But that's how crazy. I kept it, she's like, oh, what do you think? I said, you need to find a new one. She's like, oh, what? She got angry with me. She got fucking
I mean, she did
angry.
ask you.
Don't ask me questions you don't want the answer to.
Period.
That's number one. And the reason why a lot of people are, bro code. Let me tell you something about bro code. That is the complete biggest liar crock. There is no such thing as bro code. Okay? There isn't. Because if you can sit here and be like, well, I'm not going to basically, you know what I'm saying? I got my boys back. No, dog. If you care about me as a brother, if you care about me as a man, you're going to help me become a better man. You're not going to condone none of the fuck shit I do. Because all that means is misery needs company. The only reason a person would actually condone that shit is because they're a fucked up person too.
In a lot of cases, bro code goes against your values.
Yes, it does.
Because, you know, you're
that whole bros
secret.
before hoes. It's like, really? That's how you feel? Is that how you feel? Or that's what you know?
Like thinking back on it now, you know, there are numerous things that we're taught, you know, growing up that we see in movies, and then eventually we like do in like school and stuff. And one of them is, you know, bro code. I can't really speak so much on girl code because
I don't think you guys have a code.
We don't. It's more of like us girls got to stick together because we don't really, at least personally, the group of girls that I've been around, you know, we don't really. I don't really surround myself with a group of girls that
well, you know what
make me think that girl code goes against my values. You know, girls, we got to stick together. You know, if we're at a club and I see a random strange man spiking a girl's drink, I'm going up to that girl and I'll be like, girl, oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever, thinking that I know her and she's my best friend. And she's going to play along.
But you see, right there, that's important. But here's the thing, right? If as a guy I say, yo, that girl's trouble, or you just hating.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's how the person interprets and receives the message. This is that whole delivery. What's greater, the delivery or the message? But some people, because they're in the feeling, no matter how well it's delivered, you can't change them. Yeah. And sometimes you can see that. And that's why you fall back. It's like, yo, it's not even worth it, because no matter what I say to you, your mind is made up. So I'll protect my peace. And that's when I stay quiet, because I already know, like, yo, I could tell you the truth and you're going to be like, no, you're full of shit. You're going to target me because you don't want to accept the reality. Reality is a tough pill to swallow. But we got to close out.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what are your final thoughts on it?
Oh, man. I think what you said was crazy.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It sucks. But as you get older, you stop caring, man. You stop caring to a point. It's like, yo, if you want to set yourself up for failure, cool. If you want to dabble in shit that you can't be real about, that means I have no business being around you. Straight up. My morals is what got me here. My morals is why I'm able to have the high regard and standards that I keep in my life and able to do the things I do. And I'm not willing to break that for anybody. I don't give a fuck how much I love you. I'm not. Because at the end of the day, I got to look out for me, in the sense of, if my boat's taking on water, why the hell would I bring you on if I'm already drowning? Straight the fuck up. So that's my final thoughts.
Oh, man. Tell them where they can find you, Jason.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. As you can see, my demeanor's a little weird. But you can find me at Logic142 on Instagram. Again, man, I want to say thank you guys for participating and really giving us the views, man. We're growing as one. This is not just about us. This is about all of us.
All of us.
Where
you know,
find you?
We're definitely trying. You can definitely find me on Instagram, Natalie, 2 I's, 2 E's _01. Every time I say that, Lewis on my profile is like mocking me every time I do that. But yes,
it's not 1, it's 2.
2 E's. Yes, it's, you know, Natalie NATALIIE, because my regular name was just taken.
It's
so I'm
Natalie.
like, fuck, I gotta find a way to.
That's gonna be Natalie.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in always. You know, we love you guys.
And make sure, yo, if this is your first time, you hit that like and subscribe button. We got more content coming out for you guys.
Yes, we're finding new ways to, you know, kind of create new content, whether it's in here or finally doing those interviews. Do you have the mics?
Yes, I still have the mics to do the interview, and I also got the DJI camera to do. So we're ready to go. I want to hit Wynwood. Find us, yo, because I'm gonna have a couple gifts on me too. I don't know if you do the little, nah, I mean you heard. Those, I'll have that on me too.
We definitely should plan a day where like we're gonna hit the streets, like maybe on a Saturday night, go to Wynwood. If any of you
I'm
want to
37.
participate,
I just want y'all to know that I'm 37. It's very hard for me. I have a biological bedtime now.
dude. Okay, so besides the bedtime, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do get tired after midnight too. I'll admit it, but if you guys are interested in participating in like our street interviews, we'll definitely let you know with
Let's link
anticipation, with time. If you want to just come out in the streets while you're already there hanging out, we can meet up and film some content. Like, you know, we're about it. And in real life, we're kind of socially awkward. Like
Kind of. I'm completely socially awkward.
I'm a little shy.
Look at me. I'm socially awkward. Like, bro, you either get two versions of me: the one that looks like it's gonna kill you, or the one that's like, "Yo, what's up, dog?" You know, like that. That's the two you get. But seriously, you probably get this one,
dude. I know Jason can be very intimidating, but like it's less intimidating when you see him there with like his face, with his intimidation face, and then you see me next to him, and I'm like, you guys, you know, like it's definitely a sight to see. But
and as you guys know, we love you guys. We appreciate y'all. We want you to conquer your goals, yo. We want to see y'all win. It's lonely at the top, and the only reason it's lonely at the top because it's choice. But right here, I want everybody to win, even the ones I don't fuck with no more. I want to see you eat, just not at my table. Ain't no hate here, ain't no malice. I ain't got no enemies, yo. I got life lessons learned, and I'm proud of that. So, as you know, it's been one thing for certain, two things for sure, baby.
You said it wrong.
I said it wrong?
Yeah.
Two things for certain, one thing for sure. God.
No, it's one thing's for sure, two things for certain.
Listen, my dyslexic ass is tired, okay? I work 13-hour shifts. So let's start that over.
Okay.
It's one thing
for sure.
Two things for
Wait, it's right there. Look, you just read it.
Okay.
That says one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Woo!
I'm going to take fish oil.
I am right there with you. Where is this mouse?
God.
I can't find it.
Wow,
there it is.
What a way to close
Bye, guys.
out, baby.
Bye, guys.